a half of what we call the exhortation of Joseph, or when Joseph had finally got what he'd been looking for.
All right now.
And we read it said, and these things was given into the eye of Pharaoh and in the eyesight of all his servants.
Yes.
That they had no doubt that Pharaoh had to come to his conclusion that said unto his servants, can we find such a one as this is a man in whom the Spirit of God is?
Yes.
Now we understand that Joseph, which is Israel, or you want to call him Jacob's son,
Yeah.
the youngest son in which he had from the wife he really loved, Rachel.
Yes.
And he made sure in his old age he gave him the coat of many colors, since we talked about that.
Yes.
But Joseph was a dreamer.
Yes.
And sometimes he happened to tell his dreams to everybody.
Yes.
He told about his dream of how he was raised to prominence, and he said he seen all his brothers bowing, and even his father too. How his sheaves was taller than all their sheaves.
All right now.
And sometimes you tell these dreams and they might not be for your benefit.
That's right.
And to people that don't believe in what you're seeing.
Yes. Yes.
Even though Joseph did that, Joseph, things of calamity seemed to happen to him, but yet he kept the faith of his dream.
Yes.
Yes, we find itself, and I thought it was such a coincidence that when they decided to, brothers decided to get after him and kill him, and Reuben and begged him not to take his life.
Yes.
That when he was gone and came back, they had sold him to the Ishmaelites.
Yes. That's it. That's
It's
it.
kind of funny because them folks carried him on down to Egypt.
Yeah.
And I would have to say that his descendants or his relatives took him to Egypt.
Yes.
And yeah, it was the Ishmaelites. And we know who Ishmael was.
Yes.
Yeah, he was Abraham's first son.
Yes.
But it was the son given to him by a bondwoman.
Yeah. That's it.
Now let's get this. So who did they sell him into slavery? The Ishmaelites was going by.
Yes.
Sold him to sold him to the Arab nation.
Yes.
Arab nation took him down to Egypt.
Yes.
Took him to Egypt. He said, ain't that something? And took him to Egypt, and he found himself caught up in a lie.
Yes.
We know how things happen. We work on jobs where people put lies on you,
Yes.
blame you for stuff you didn't do,
Yes.
just trying to get ahead themselves.
All right.
Cause you in problems, and even though all these things happen, we find Joseph didn't fall out. He kept his dignity.
Yes.
He kept his trust and reliance in God.
Yes.
And all them things stayed with him.
Yes.
In spite of it, he stood for his faith.
Yes.
Got down there in Potiphar's house, and the wife lied on him.
Yeah, that's it.
Made him run out of his clothes.
Yes.
Potiphar dropped him down into jail.
Yes.
And even in spite of all that, dropped down into jail, the jailers raised him up with authority
Yes.
in the jailhouse.
Yes.
That he walked around and he happened to hear two prominent men
Yes.
sitting in the jailhouse talking about their situation,
Yes.
grieving and depressed. And then you'd have thought that Joseph should have been depressed.
All right now.
He said, it ain't enough that my family done put me in, sent me down here in slavery to the Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites sold me into slavery to Potiphar, and then Potiphar done put me in jail.
Yes.
He should have had a pity party.
Yeah, that's it.
In spite of all these things, his best intentions was just trying to tell him what God was going to do.
Yes.
And found himself down in jail, and in spite of all that, he ran into two prominent fellas.
Yes.
One happened to be the chef, the Pharaoh.
Yes.
the baker.
Yes.
The other one, you can call him the cupbearer or the wine taster.
Yeah.
And them two fellas was so depressed that when they fell asleep, they had dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how it is. You have a bad situation. You know, it's bad to go to sleep on bad situations.
Yes, it is.
It's better to pray first, then lay down.
Yes.
Because that stuff come back on you. I don't know if it's as somebody say, acid reflux in the middle of the night.
Yes, Lord.
You're like, oh my goodness, this thing this day just won't end.
Yes.
But them two fellows was depressed, and Joseph came by and heard what they were saying to one another. And he went up there, and the other fellow talked about his dream. And the baker said how he had a dream, and Joseph said, now, God has given me, one thing I like about Joseph always said God has given him the ability to interpret dreams. Sometimes we got to take whatever God gives and make sure you put God first. God has given me the ability to interpret dreams. Always put God, say it wasn't nothing of my own, but God has given me this thing that I have that God allows me to interpret. No doubt the baker thought I would say, come on and interpret my dream. He said, well, you get back to prominence, but I don't think you're going to last long.
All right.
The wine taster told him his dream. He said, yeah, you're going to make it back and you're going to serve Pharaoh well. Baker didn't know he was going, and this was his last chance. When he came before Pharaoh, they took his head. So we understand that once he told him that, and you know what? And you thought that should be enough. He said, well, them fellas get back, that wine taster get back there in front of Pharaoh, that butler get there and get that wine to him. He going to mention me down here in the jail.
All right now.
It didn't happen overnight. It was 2 years later.
Yes.
He said, somebody done forgot about me. You know how we is. We go through situations and we want them things to happen instant. Right away. God, get me out of this mess right away. Joseph was still in jail 2 years later. Finally, Pharaoh had a dream.
Yes, sir.
And it was a bad one.
Yeah.
Because he called in all his soothsayers, all his astrologers, all his wise men. And he was ready to put a few of them to death if they didn't come up with an answer that would save his soul. Now, yeah, that's God all by himself, ain't it? But the old wine taster and butler came in and said, after that, Pharaoh got upset, ready to take some few heads, and said, wait a minute, it's a fella that you got down in your jail that interpreted my dream. He said, well, go get him. He came back, and the first thing he wanted to tell Pharaoh is that God gave me the ability.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, keep talking about God. Keep telling God. Keep trusting in God.
Go ahead.
Keep saying that if it was not for God,
All right.
I don't know where I would be.
Yes.
Keep saying in spite of all these circumstances
Go ahead.
and situations, God have allowed me to come before Pharaoh.